There's been a lot of tagging going on YouTube, which I think is good because it just brought people out to the forefront and just, let us all know a little bit more about one another. Called random tag. And I was thinking how, wouldn't it be nice if we could random tag all day long? Not just on YouTube, but in the real world. And just random tag with kindness. I remember the first time I realized that there was a random act of kindness towards me was one day I was going across a bridge, going to a picnic. And when I got to the toll booth, I was told that the person in front of me had paid my toll. What? I said, who is that? Who is that? I thought it was someone that knew me, but I realized that, no one knew I was on that road or knew I was in the car behind them. I went chasing after the car, trying to see who was in the car. I never could catch them. I never could catch them. And then when I got to work, I mentioned it to a co-worker what had happened, and she said, sure, people do that all the time. It's called random acts of kindness. So what? She said, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to do a random act of kindness towards someone. I just thought that was just fantastic. Fantastic. So the next time I cross the bridge, I pay for the people behind me. And I could tell it blew their mind because they kept trying to speed up to catch me, to see who I was. So I just think that would be really, really a good thing to incorporate into one's life, to do random acts of kindness. All day long, not just certain days, but every day, a random act of kindness. I used to do typing in my home, and this person was a law student, would bring me her typing, and I didn't make much money, but when she paid me so much more. Like, she tipped me like $40. I went to get her change. She said, no, you keep it. It's the only thing I want you to do is to pass that on. Would I pass that deed on? Because I really needed the money, and I needed the money. And when she tipped me that much money, and she said, the only thing I want you to do is to pass it on. Do the same for someone else. And that has stuck with me. It has stuck with me. Because we don't do enough random acts of kindness. We really don't. Truly, we do random acts of meanness more so than kindness. And then we complain about the world. We complain about people going off. We complain about this and that, children growing up. Well, look, that's all they've seen, little random acts of meanness. How about just tagging with an ear to listen? So many ways we could do little random acts of kindness. So many ways. You can set example, and then you don't have to be acknowledged for it. Just like the person that paid for me at the bridge. I wanted to see who it was. I couldn't catch him. Same way when I paid for someone, I could see them trying to catch me. Because we wonder, who is that masked person? Stop it, Taffy. Who would do something like that? I mean, why would they do something like that? Because it's really uncommon. It's really uncommon. So if we just do it and do it for yourself. Don't do it for the glory. Don't do it so you can uh, be acknowledged and be thanked for it. Just do it. Do it because what goes around comes around. Do it for the next one. Just do it. I mean, what does it hurt? Just open up the window and let an act of kindness come out to a stranger. Or to someone you know. You know, all it does is just make their day just a little more easier in this thing called life. That's what it does. It just eases that dark cloud that all of us sometimes have hanging over our heads. Why make it darker? Why make things worse for anybody? You know, you have to be a very small person to just want to every time on somebody else. Just make your life worse. You know, life is so simple. We complicate it. It is so simple. So simple. I have enjoyed the tag game. I'm ready for it to end because I don't want any more coming back to me. And hopefully we can just all start tagging on one another in our lives, just tagging each other with kindness. And it don't mean you have to give them something monetary, or just tag them with kind words. How about that? How about tagging with a kind word? How about tagging with encouragement? Random acts of kindness. That's what I learned from this game. Keep it going. Keep those. You don't have to make good comments on videos that you don't like. You really don't. But you don't have to make negative ones. Just move on. You don't have to rate it so highly if you don't like it. I'm not talking about that. And take the time to subscribe to the little guy. Because someone took the time to subscribe to you. Take the time. So let's just keep up our random acts, our random tagging, but let's tag with kindness and tag with encouragement. So that's my message for the YouTubers going into 2008. Thanks. Ciao.